I'm Chrissy Balding. I'm an environmental initiative specialist with the City of Lexington's sustainability section. We all probably use plastic every day in some form or fashion, even if you don't think about it. So there's all kinds of parts on your car that are plastic. I'm wearing contact lenses, but specifically microplastics are, we try our best to recycle, but sometimes things just fall out of a pocket or a bag, and then that plastic sits there in the ecosystem. And unfortunately, it doesn't biodegrade. It breaks down into smaller and smaller plastics. It negatively affects the environment a few different ways. So when it breaks down, it's still plastic. So that might end up in your water, or if you have a garden, it might end up in your food. And we're trying to educate people about microplastics. Well, microplastics are really an issue that impact all of us. Even if you do a good job of recycling, chances are it may eventually end up in your water. So this is really to show people about how we can make small changes and cut down on the amount of plastic that we use. Microplastics are a relatively new field of study, but scientists have determined that we all ingest about a credit card size of plastic, so about that much every year. So we're not sure yet how to completely eliminate them, but there are things that we can do. So don't heat your food up in plastic containers. When at all possible, use real silverware instead of plastic forks. So small changes like that. I'd say even if you're a person who stops and gets coffee on your way to work, try to bring your own cup as much as possible. The thing that keeps that cup from not burning your hand is actually paper lined with plastic. So especially if it's hot coffee, then that can break down. This event is put on by a group called Common Threads LEX. This is a partnership between our office, the University of Kentucky, and Fayette County Public Schools. So we're all working together. We're a sustainability-focused partnership to try to educate the whole community about some environmental issues. Microplastic Madness is a short documentary that we're going to be showing at the Kentucky Theater on Tuesday, March 24th at 7 p.m. and it's free, open to the public. Doors will open at 6 o'clock. And even though seats are free, we are encouraging people to register in advance just so we can make sure we have a spot for everyone. In that first hour, we're going to have tabling and networking with some environmental groups so you can learn how you can get more involved. And we will have a plastic-free swap that is facilitated by the UK and Fayette County students. So that will have water bottles and metal straws and things for folks to take, anything to kind of encourage them along on this plastic-free journey. And it's a short documentary. It follows a group of 4th and 5th graders in Brooklyn who started noticing this plastic pollution near their school and got really into researching it. And then they talked to their school leaders and they eventually went to city council to try to make some changes. Yeah, they can go to lexingtonky.gov/sustainability. And then following the film, we're going to have a short panel discussion. We have a researcher from UK who studies microplastics, along with our local Sierra Club Zero Waste Initiative group, and along with the FCPS sophomore who is really involved in trying to make a difference in her school.